Am I the asshole for marrying my friend's ex-husband?
Probably.
Very likely.
Doesn't seem like a good move on the surface.
A few years ago, I met a friend. We'll call her Lois. And we hung out at her house.
I knew you were going to do that.
We hung out at her house a few times. We weren't the best of friends, and I always felt like she was blowing me off because she would never come to my house, and we would only talk for about 15 minutes before she would go to her room and leave me and her husband to talk, but we never talked. That sounds spicy. I don't think it was meant to be that spicy. I think it meant they just sat in awkward silence.
Oh, okay.
Lois messaged me one night and said, "Do you want to date us?"
Okay.
I was thrown off by the question because I didn't know how this person would want to date me while barely knowing anything about me. I didn't know what to say, so I made something up, and I told her I was in a long-term relationship and was not interested.
Classic lie.
We lost touch after that. I got married and moved, and then ended up getting divorced and moving back. Her ex ended up messaging me. We ended up hanging out a lot at the time, and I was going through a divorce, so he understood how I felt, because he had also been divorced. He ended up moving for work, and I truly thought I may never see him again. But a few months later, he calls me and asks me to move in with him. I say yes, of course, and a year later, he asked me to marry him. Lois found out 6 months before our wedding. She got a hold of my phone number and messaged me. She asked me who I was dating, and so I told her. I was caught off guard by her response, and still don't understand it to this day.
Wow.
She said, "I'm okay with this."
Oh.
That's not what I was expecting.
Holy crap, Lois.
Shut up.
"I'm okay with this, I swear. I only wish we would have had a chance, my precious gem.
Oh.
I hope you're both happy."
I don't like that.
She wanted to stay friends, but I'm not really comfortable with that. And when I told her this, she said I was being overdramatic, and I took her husband, so I should just be friends with her because of that.
Like a consolation
That's a lot
prize?
to ask.
Yeah, that's the least you could do after stealing her husband.
The most you could do is date me as well now.
I don't feel bad because we're never that close of friends, but it does feel awkward how possessive she was over me and my actions. I'm happy with my husband, but I have to know, am I the asshole?
Nah.
Am I the asshole for checking my blood sugar at my desk when my coworker has a severe blood phobia? I, a 24-year-old male, enjoy my job and have two coworkers, Megan, a 25-year-old female, and our new coworker, James, 23 male. I am a type 1 diabetic. I give insulin and check my blood sugar throughout the day as needed. I was checking my blood sugar in my office right when James walked over. He looked like he was about to puke, or maybe faint, or maybe both. I was like, "Dude, are you okay?" He told me that he has a major blood and needle phobia and gets therapy for it. I explained what I was doing and why it was necessary, and he said, "It's freaky, man, that I have to make myself bleed multiple times a day." He told me he never wants to accidentally walk in on me checking my blood sugar again, because he could pass out. I said that if I'm checking my blood sugar and hear him coming over, I can call out a warning. He said, "That just won't work." Just knowing that I'm doing that just before he comes over is enough to freak him out, and that he would be stressed that I might not hear him walking over. He told me I should check it in the bathroom from now on, and I told him I don't think I should have to do that. He said another option was maybe I only check my blood sugar at certain times of the day. I said these things can't always be predicted. He understands that I have diabetes, but that he also has a special need, his phobia, that needs to be accommodated for, and that he doesn't want to have to avoid me at work and only talk to Megan for fear he might see me checking it again.
What a little baby.
He said he'll talk to HR about this and that he'll tell them that I refuse to compromise with him.
That's a very good move for a new employee to do.
Tomorrow I'm thinking of going to talk to HR before James does. But first I need to know that I'm in the right here. So am I the asshole for not being more accommodating to James's blood and needle phobia while checking my blood sugar? Today I fucked up by imagining my dick as a 6-speed manual transmission and playing with it.
What?
Today I fucked up by imagining my dick as a
you. I'm just
6-speed
trying
manual
to-
transmission and playing with it. I have an unhealthy habit of imagining my dick as a 6-speed manual transmission.
Perfect writing.
Shifting gears with it. I do it every time I have a rock hard boner, especially when I'm in no mood to jerk off.
How frequently do you have rock hard boners where you're not jerking off?
Last week I was at my parents' house for dinner. So after I was done with my dinner and decided to head back to my old room and have a little sausage massage, halfway through I lost interest. So I decided to shift gears with it.
Literally.
So I put on some manual transmission car racing videos and shifted gears with my dick whenever the guy in the video shifted gears.
All right.
The fun lasted for 10 minutes until my dad barged into my room and asked me if I would fancy some ice cream. The puzzled look on his face said everything.
I'm kind of on this guy. This sounds fun. I'm kind of on his side now. That sounds pretty fun to do.
How do you just like, you're in the middle of jerking off and you're just like, you know what? I'm done with this. Put on the car. Get on the car, YouTube.
Didn't he say he went over to his parents for dinner?
Yeah.
He went to his like childhood room to go fucking rub one out in the middle of dinner?
Oh, after
Probably
dinner.
after. But like,
You didn't know there was dessert.
like, what do you tell your parents you're going to do?
Here's real advice here. If you're gonna pull some shit like this, like go
Pull
upstairs.
it a couple more times. Get done.
Just start the shower and then go into your bedroom. Because then they're like, oh, fucking Larry's up in the shower. I won't go up there and ask him if he wants ice cream. Am I the asshole for getting my boyfriend an anniversary present?
It depends. What anniversary was it? Was this like 2 weeks? Then yes, you're an asshole.
Just recently, me, 21 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, celebrated our 2-year anniversary. Okay. This anniversary felt like a big deal for me because this relationship has been a little rocky for the both of us this past year due to COVID, family problems, and our poor communication skills.
Yeah, it sounds like the big one right there.
I got him a PlayStation 4 game that we could play together since up until this point we only had single-player games. He ended up finding the game a day early, hidden under the seat of my car. What are you looking at?
You nosy bitch.
He asked what it was, and I replied, your anniversary gift. His reply was, oh yeah, that's coming up. I was more focused on your birthday. Side note, Georgina's birthday is in July, and this conversation took place in June. The way he phrased his reply made me suspicious that he forgot our anniversary. The day of our anniversary comes up, and I drive over to his apartment to play this new game together. I walk in, and he acts normal, nonchalant, like it's any other day, which is fine, but a couple hours go by, and I'm setting up this game to play and started to get mad that he hasn't said happy anniversary or really done anything special for me.
That's like the bare minimum that we had to do.
Just say the 2 words.
Correct.
I try to bring it up gently if he got me anything, but I don't want to be a bitch and demand a gift from him. It sparks a fight where he tells me that I just don't understand him because his gift to me is that he's, quote, grateful and happy to be with me. I even told him that I wasn't expecting much, that even flowers or a nice note would have been nice, but that I just wanted something special, something different to make the day feel right. The game wasn't cheap, and I actually ended up driving to 3 different stores trying to find it. I wanted our anniversary to be special and spend a lot of time, money, and effort on his gift, and he treated our anniversary like it was any other day. His argument to me wanting the day to be special was that, quote, every day is special when I'm with you. Am I the asshole for wanting more from him on our anniversary?
Say that it was smooth.
Am I the asshole for not letting a girl check my phone to make sure I wasn't taking pictures of her? I'm at the gym today, and I'm walking towards an empty squat rack. 10 feet in front of and 1 foot to the right of my rack is another rack.
What is this, fucking battleship?
Belinda, 20 female, is doing squats on. While walking up, I barely noticed that her leggings are see-through, and when she bends down in her squats, you can easily tell she's also not wearing underwear. I went through my workout as normal. After every set, I check my phone for 5 to 20 seconds. I track every single set for every single lift in a spreadsheet to know how much I lifted and for how many reps. I finished my 3rd set when Belinda turns around and walks up to me with her phone up, yelling, fucking perv, stop taking pictures of me. But I explained that I'm just taking notes on what I'm lifting. She's being extra loud, so other people are looking at me. Plus, she's recording me, and she demands I go through my pics/vids to show her what I was recording, and I delete the ones that I took of her. She's yelling that if I have nothing to hide, I should have no problem showing her. So I insist on going to gym management. The normal gym attendee asks me if I'm willing to show her, a neutral third party, my pics and vids. I get that someone wouldn't want someone taking pictures of them, but violating my privacy to prove I wasn't taking pics of you crosses a line for me. I have my own uncensored pics in there, plus those of my girlfriend. I'm not going to let anyone force me to show them for some bullshit. I do show her my spreadsheet, which shows it's been revised over 15 times.
My lord.
So that proves that what I was using my phone
No, it
for.
doesn't.
But they still expected me to prove my innocence. I told them they need to review the cameras. Apparently, only the manager has access to them, so I was told he'd call me before the end of the night. My girlfriend tells me I should have just let them look at my phone because she doesn't mind and it would have cleared this all up. But I mind. Am I the asshole?
I, 19 female, started working at my job about 2 months ago, and I got my friend, also a 19-year-old female, a job here about a month ago. Over the past week, she got her friend a job here as well. Normally I wouldn't care, but she knew I had a problem with this friend in particular. We were texting about her when I found out she was going to be working there, and my friend asked me why I didn't like her. I told her that I thought she was bossy, demanding, and self-absorbed. She just said okay and moved on. The next day was my first day working with this girl, and I was being friendly and peaceful because I didn't see a point in making the environment hostile.
Very mature.
Yes. Good on you.
You should have dumped out her shrimp fried rice. Really set the mood.
And then shit in her locker.
Soon after she got there, though, my boss pulled me aside and told me the girl saw what I said about her and I got written up and was forced to apologize. I did apologize and didn't put up a fight over being written up. My friend said she only showed her the text to see if she could think of something her friend did to make me feel that way.
Bad
so
friend.
we could maybe work it out. But nothing specific happened. I just hate her personality. And I really thought that she said nothing specific happened. I just hate her personally. And I was like,
Erica's like, I really vibe with that.
I really vibe with that.
I just get bad juju off this beat.
Listen, sometimes you just get a feeling this person hasn't done anything to me that make me not like them. But I have a feeling. See you through whatever ruse you've got going on here. And I know you're a shitty person.
Yeah, and
And then when I turn out to be right,
you're all like, don't talk to me.
And now, Erica, may I ask, what happens when you turn out to be wrong? You were
nothing. I just hate them forever. Later, my friend apologized to me, saying she didn't think her friend would do that. And while I appreciate her apology, and luckily her friend is quitting, I was still written up for this, even though nobody involved was at work or clocked in while it happened. So am I the asshole, and did I deserve to be written up?
She's already quitting? For what?
Hostile work environment.
I mean, personally, I just hate her.